Mark, welcome to LOVEFiLM.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you both here. Now, Hurt Locker and the story behind it's pretty incredible. Obviously, you know, the fact that you're following a bomb disposal team is pretty impressive, but also it's based on, Mark, your first-hand experience. Can you tell us a bit about your time out there?
Well, I was there in 2004, which turns out to be one of the busier and bloodier periods of the war, and so we really tried to capture some of the dangers that the bomb squad faces and some of just the natural tension of that job of going downrange to defuse an IED that if they make a mistake, you know, could end disastrously.
And how did you end up working together? So you came back and you started talking to Kathryn about your experiences, is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Exactly, yeah. And I think pretty much almost immediately we started talking about this as a film and felt that, you know, these characters were pretty extraordinary. These are men who have arguably the most dangerous job in the world, and yet it's a volunteer military, so they're there by choice, walking toward what you and I and probably the rest of the world would run from. So it's an interesting psychology and a nice character study.
It was an incredibly explosive film. It was quite relentless. Was it difficult to shoot?
It was just hot. I mean, it was hot. Look, we shot it in the Middle East. We shot it all in and around the city of Amman, Jordan, and it was very hot and fairly punishing in terms of just the elements.
The cast is fantastic. I mean, did you have ideas about who you wanted to play the roles while you were writing, or did it kind of come later?
I think that came a little bit later, and once the script was finished, then Kathryn began looking at all the young emerging talent out there, and that's how I think she arrived at some of those choices.
And also I think the fact that they're somewhat, I mean, they're extraordinary talents, but they're also somewhat unfamiliar. And so then, you know, I think, you know, just imagining if you're a soldier in theater, you have no idea who's vulnerable and who's not.
Yeah.
And just, you know, like looking at an unfamiliar face, you don't know, is this person who's a major movie star? Of course, he can't die till the end. Well, in this case,
you've got no star quality, have you?
Exactly. So you have no expectation, and yet all expectation. So.
And the film's been, you know, obviously it's not out in the UK yet, but it's been a tremendous success and obviously has done the rounds of all the film festivals. Have you been surprised by the reaction that it's had? I
think incredibly gratified. I mean, it's, you know, I think certainly as a filmmaker you try not to have expectations. You know, you realize it to the best of your ability and then let it have a life of its own, and it's been really gratifying.
Well, I thought it was fantastic.
Thank you.
Kathryn, thank you very much for coming today.
Thank you.